Welcome back for a new edition of Wii U Pickups. That's it. Let's get on to it. First up was one of the cheaper, more recent ones that I picked up, as sadly the case is not in the best shape, but I grabbed it for like $2, so not complaining. This is the second of two Wipeout games that was released. Of course, a multiplayer type of game. Then we have Funky Barn, which is basically shovelware, you might as well say. Just a bunch of little mini games. Definitely a bit odd, though, I will say. Next we have, if you like bowling type games and stuff, well, here's one to maybe check out. Now this one is actually still factory sealed. But yeah, from things I've heard, people do seem to say this is a halfway decent bowling game. Next up I already have the double pack, but in order to have all the complete North American release, I also have to get the individual release versions. So even though I had the double pack, I also had to get the single original version of New Super Mario Bros. And Luigi. The one thing I will say about this is at least it's unique, as it comes in a plastic green case. It gives it its own, like, unique and feel, and different from others. Basically, it's just a reskin of the Mario game, but with a bit higher difficulty curve. And a little bit more fun also. Next we have Jeopardy, which is surprisingly starting to become a bit harder game to get a hold of. Weirdly enough, along with Wheel of Fortune, which I'm still trying to find a halfway decent price-wise version of Wheel of Fortune to pick up. Plus, also I'm trying to get the versions that says Nordic Games, because it's a bit more rare than the THQ Nordic. Now, luckily, you don't have to have both versions with considered, at least collection purpose wise. You don't have to have also one says a different studio, as it's the same thing regardless, where some of the other releases are a little different. Next we have a hunting game. There's only one other hunting game I have to get a hold of, as I think it was the sequel to this one, but it's far more expensive than this one is, which is why I'm going to be much more patient for it. Personally, I have no intention ever actually playing this, because I'm not exactly into hunting games. Not really, for the most part. Then we have the original solo release of Bayonetta 2, as I already had the one that included Bayonetta 1 with it, but also supposed to have the original solo version as well. It's kind of stupid how some of this collection stuff works, but whatever. I mean, at least it is very reasonable price, and it's a solid game regardless. Second to last, from Ubisoft, of course, Watch Dogs, which of course back when it first came out did cause somewhat controversy, obviously. Now, this isn't too bad of a port from what I've understood, though I haven't actually played. I've only played the PS4 version. Last but not least is Mass Effect 3 Special Edition, that's called. But with that said, a pretty solid overall RPG. With that said, I'll see y'all next time, and stay safe out there. See you again.